Saudi Arabia is doing something so crazy and so dangerous at the same time, monopolizing the gaming industry. As you know, or if you haven't seen, Jared Kushner's DJT fucking son in law, who's married to Ivanka Trump, has made a deal with the PIF, Public Index Fund, from the Saudi government, and they have announced they are closing in on a $55 billion deal to purchase the video game
EA
company
Sports. It's in the
EA,
game.
as in Dragon Age EA, as in Mass Effect EA, Madden NFL EA, Battlefield EA, and the fucking Sims EM. PIF has bought out EA, and they're planning to monopolize the gaming industry right as we speak under our noses. And if you're wondering where the anti-monopoly laws are supposed to stop all this, well, too bad, bro. They're fucking doing it anyways, man. It's dead together. Who cares? If you don't know,
activates the parts of our brain where the marker
Saudis have
codes are
been
stored.
buying a lot.
How
of
does that threaten the
gaming
marker?
giants as of
What are they afraid
recently,
of?
especially after last purchase of Yiddy Gaming, which is backed by the Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund. Ooh, remember that word? And the second stakeholder of Evo, like Muhammad Al Wood, like is literally buying Evo, like straight up one of the like top fighting game tournaments to go to. That low tier god ditched his girlfriend to. And like 55 million is a lot of money. Like, damn, I would get shitted on in Dubai just to get that money. I get it because they actually do it. And I don't like this. I really don't like the UAE and Saudi Arabia relationship because they share a long border and have the strongest ties. The Arab League is very strong, and not because of their race. It's because they're funding the Congo thing, and I really don't like that. Not a big fan. And generally, they're just really like importing their labor from Africa. Let's just say that a lot of Ethiopians, free labor, low grocery costs. Really not a big fan of all of this. So I really had strong opinions on this. I think this is one way to get censoring, maybe. I don't know, not censoring, but I just don't like how it's being bought out so fast. I mean, who knew we were living in the good days of EA? The good days, quote unquote, meaning they were dog shit. EA is privately owned now. It is no longer a public company to be traded on the stock market. And honestly, this brings up so many questions for me. Like, what are they going to use their labor for? The slave labor to fucking make EA games? Like, who are they going to be hiring? Like, I feel like the quality of the service is really going to go down, even more down than what EA has already made it. Like, God, what do you think about the NFL, the Madden games, like all the basketball games coming out? Like, I think it's just really gonna dip in quality. Like, a lot of cost cutting measures are on the way. Also, Jared Kushner, Donald Trump, conflict of interest. Anyone? Like, this is literally textbook conflict of interest. They are going to abuse the fuck out of this. Hey, using AI, yes, it's the thing we all fear, the water sucking source of piece of shit that was ever created. AI would have been more useful if it was given to the people, but no, it is being used by private equity firms or public equity firms because it's Saudi Arabia. But still, it's losing its human touch. There's not going to be any soul in these upcoming games, I feel, and it's really saddening. I can only like hope for the future. Like, if we have to use AI to create, we have lost something in ourselves as humans. Like, we truly do not believe in ourselves anymore. Quote by Miyazaki, because damn, it hits. Because, dude, like, I just don't think creatively we're gonna be able to reach a nice like 2000s type vibe where everybody was taking risks. I think this is going to be the end of a decade, and we're gonna have to just be playing indie games. I just don't want nothing to do with these AAA companies. They're just not looking good. Like, even for the average Joe, I know they probably care. They're still gonna buy their Madden. They don't care at all. But if they're gonna maximize all profit, because this is what it sounds like to me, they're just here to maximize profit and just make as much money as possible, make as much as they can. And honestly, EA has the worst optics in the world, and this absolutely soils them tenfold over. But in other news, we have Gerard Dragon Rider Khalil making a comeback after 2 years of being defunct from his channel after the allegations of mishandling funds from the Open Hand Foundation. I remember this clearly. I remember where I was at. I was in college. I was in my room. I was like, no, it can't be true. Dragon Rider Khalil Gerard Normal Boots. It can't be. And I was disappointed. But he came back and he gave us a proper answer this time. Posted on September 25th, 2025, 4 days ago, as of this recording, he has given us a good answer of why he has withheld all the funding from the Open Hand Foundation. I will let him say it because I could never do it justice and iterate all this legal jargon.
And finances were a complete mess all around for myself and my company. I was scrambling to get the Completionist restructured with new ideas and a new tone. And I was practically traveling or doing some work event almost every single week, almost the entire year. But everything was up in the air, and all of it was on me, all at once. And on top of all this was the news that I now had to fix a problem that had been unknowingly brewing for several years. However, even at this point, I couldn't just do whatever I wanted. And this is where the real conflict started. I tried my best to express how upset I was, how upset all of you would rightfully be, and that this could cost me and so many people who worked with me everything we had created and built together, and I was simply brushed aside. I had learned the hard way that the charity world moves at a glacial pace, and I've been going around touting all these organizations and all the good we'll be doing for many years, only for all of it to be a bunch of empty promises. Even after I stepped up, my best efforts to donate as fast as possible would never be good enough, as every decision I wanted to make now had to be approved by a long list of people on both the Open Hand side and the potential benefactors that I have been speaking with. So I feel that some context on my family might be helpful right here. I'm the youngest of 5 in a first-generation Lebanese immigrant household. My dad has always loomed large in every aspect of my life, and that absolutely extended to my own experiences with the Open Hand Foundation, and at times, even my own business. The expectations were that I should have been an engineer, or I should have been a lawyer. Instead, I'm a video producer who plays video games on the internet for a living. If you ever watched the Completionist live show from a few years ago, then all of this should sound pretty familiar to you. I did not have the final call on any major decisions when it came to the Open Hand and its finances. I was one of many people in charge. To my family, I was seen as the video game guy, not the business guy or the charity guy. Regardless, the outcomes were absolutely my responsibility because all of you at home donated your hard-earned money and time and did so with your trust in me in mind. So when I learned the truth, I made it my goal that no matter what happened, the money had to get donated. There was no other outcome that I would allow. And that's where the real nasty core to all of this is. Nobody embezzled or touched any money. No crime was committed or covered up here. And the results of the Department of Justice's investigation will hopefully one day be proof of this. The decision to wait to donate until the foundation raised $1 million, along with the struggle of figuring out why that was necessary in the first place.
And I am so glad to see one of my people I grew up watching on YouTube come out of this. And it's really sad to see what happened to his whole business, the firings he had to do. We tried to keep doing his videos, but just to keep the lights on, he just stopped as a whole just to figure out this whole thing with the donations and the finance. And it's just sad, man, because he lost everything, man. He really lost everything that he worked hard just on some blatant crap, just very unclear information getting out there and rumors and conspiracies popping up against him. It's just no one deserves this, man, especially Gerard, because from what I see, and I mean parasocially, I grew up watching this dude, so I genuinely like Gerard as a creator, man. Like I did look up to him. He made me want to like complete video games at 100%, like all the time, man. Like I remember doing Skyrim. I remember doing like Star Wars, Jedi: The Force Unleashed. Like I was like doing all the games he was doing. You know what I mean? And it sucks, man. He took a fucking turn downwards, man, and like it sucks to like be in that type of position after everything you built up from your internet career. And to have him framed to look like the bad guy is also so disheartening because like it's just unnecessarily what the internet would do to people like this, just off of an assumption and not wait. I'm always willing to wait to hear the truth, even if it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years for the truth to come out. I'm always gonna be open to it because there's always gonna be new development. There's just no end to it. It's always gonna be nuance. It's always gonna be new information to come out unless it's over. It's not over till it's over, or until the fat lady starts singing. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video and all the other videos I upload, go ahead and subscribe, like, follow my Twitch, follow me on TikTok, and follow me on my Blue Sky account. I was gonna say Blue Twitter, but I'm like, oh my god, I'm tweaking.